Welcome to another Retirement Defense download. You know, we all like to procrastinate. And the one thing that we procrastinate the most on in many cases is our financial planning. So I'm here to give you 5 key tips and reasons you shouldn't put off starting a financial plan. And I'm not talking about just, hey, how I'm gonna invest and what I'm gonna invest in. I'm talking about literally a physical, written financial plan. Something that says, I'm gonna be okay in retirement. Well, you know, we tend to procrastinate a lot. And because of that, this is an area, we're talking about insurance, we're talking about taxes, we're talking about estate planning. It's not fun. We don't necessarily enjoy doing that. So sometimes reaching out and getting some help is the key. And hopefully these ideas will get you moving down the path of why it's important to start that financial plan sooner versus later. Here's the big one. The main thing is most people don't save enough for retirement. And to make sure that you're saving enough for retirement, we've got to sit down and think about, where are you headed? What's the future have in store? Are you gonna golf? Are you gonna travel the world? Are you gonna play pickleball? I don't know what that is. But when we have an idea of what the future is gonna be, then we can start preparing for it. Are you gonna retire in your 50s and you might be in retirement for 40 years? Are you gonna retire in your 70s and you're gonna be in retirement for 20 years? All of those are factors of determining how much you should have saved up. So it's important to sit down and think about what that is. What is that particular goal you're trying to achieve and how do we get there? Now, the second thing that we need to think about is healthcare. The cost of healthcare is going up drastically over the years. Medicine is costing more, going to the doctor is costing more. If you've ever had a visit to the ER and you get that bill afterwards, that's not a fun thing. So we want to make sure that we're preparing for that. We also want to make sure we're preparing for those other healthcare costs that traditional insurance doesn't cover. Things like long-term care. You know, do you want to age in place at home and have people care for you, or do you want to go into a senior living community? These are all things that are important, and the cost of healthcare is starting to go up a lot. And when you get closer to retirement, you need to be prepared for how you're going to pay for that. The third area is taxes. Taxes are important because you need time to strategize around them. You need to decide, do I have high income today, so I want to contribute to my tax deferred accounts, which I get a tax deduction for, my 401ks, 457s, my 403bs, IRAs. These are all accounts where your taxable income each year is being reduced by the contributions you make. But then in the future, when you take money out, you're going to pay taxes at that time. Should you consider Roth conversions? How do they fit into your plan? Does it make sense? Maybe you're at a change in your work situation where you haven't been working lately and your income's less, and you should do some Roth conversions where you pay taxes now so that in the future you don't have to pay taxes. This is where you work with a financial advisor or a CPA to ultimately talk about what's best for you. And the other thing is withdrawal strategies. You know, when it comes to taxes, whether you take money from your IRA, your Roth IRA, when do you start Social Security? What pension option do you pick? These are all important decisions on making sure and why you should have a financial plan. The other thing is, as I mentioned, time. Time gives us an opportunity for compound interest. Whether you're in your 20s or 30s and you start saving $100 a week, $100 a month, or do you wait until you have more income? And maybe you're in your 30s and 40s and you save $400 a week or $400 a month. What's going to put you in a better position? Well, the answer is a smaller amount at a sooner time, because compound interest is your friend and it will help grow your pot to what you need in the future to cover those ultimate goals. So make sure that you're saving enough, that you're giving yourself a lot of time, that you have taxes considered in that planning of it. And then the other reason to have a financial plan is it reduces stress, it reduces anxiety, because you now know where you're headed. We came up with this idea of a retirement defense, which is this binder we build out for the clients that ultimately covers what you would need from a financial planning standpoint. It makes sure that you've thought about the things that the future has in store for you so that you don't have to stress and worry about it. So with that, I thank you for watching another Retirement Defense download. If you have questions and we can help you out, please give us a call. Our contact information is below. Also, make sure you subscribe to this channel so that you can get updates every time we send out a new video for your liking. I hope you have a fantastic day, and I look forward to visiting with you again soon.